Hello, my friends of Quadri Labs. Please have a great day. My name is Saul Montoya, and today we are going to do a model construction of a coastal aquifer with Tupac Cloud. Okay, this model is the basis of a common model that we will be on seawater intrusion, and we are going to do that uh, with with some files and some rasters that are provided on the description of this video. Okay, so please take your seats and hope that to enjoy the tutorial. I hope that you enjoy the tutorial. Okay, we sign in with our account. So you email.com. Here you type your password. Oops, sorry, maybe I. Okay, great. So we create a new project that will be seawater intrusion. Seawater intrusion. No, this is coastal aquifer. Coastal aquifer. Coastal aquifer. Modeling. Okay, second meters. This is the EPSG code of the place, so there is no need to do that. And here we are going to work from the 80s. Okay, so on the upload. Okay, coastal aquifer. Okay, so we have to on the description of this video, you are going to find uh, some zipped folder that it will be this one. Okay, that will be this one, coastal aquifer modeling with Modflow 6 and Tupac Cloud. Okay, so here you are, please place that folder on documents. Okay, and on shape, what you are going to see is the zipped file of the area of interest. Okay, so this is the mesh limit, that will be the mesh limit. We are going to have three levels because we are going to have the sea as a level, the river as a level, and the wells as a level, are refinement levels. Okay, so we have the river because there is a river. We are going to have the drains by elevation, no, the general head, that it will be the sea as a general head, and the wells will be the wells, this one, valley well 2. Okay, save. Okay, with the default parameters, we create the mesh. So, I mean, if you want to have a smooth, a finer mesh, you can create that as well. Okay, but with the default parameters, I think that the mesh is doing great. Okay, great. So we create the cell 2D and then we continue. Okay, the digital elevation model is under the raster folder, model them. We have four layers. Okay, and then we wait because the Tupac Cloud now will provide you an elevation of the dam. Okay, this is your dam. Great. And then we continue. And here we have the bottom of the layer 1. We have here the bottom of layer 2. Then we have bottom of layer 3. And then we have bottom of the layer 4. And then we do save here, and then you wait because there is also a representation of the different layers. Because maybe you want to see how there are the different layers for the model. Okay, these are the different layers. Okay, then continue. Then we are going to just do 2 stress periods. Okay, and this first period will take 20 years, because and it will be a state where there is a minimum pumping from the aquifer. So this is time step 1, because this is steady, and this is to year 2000, and then here this is to year 2020, and this is 4, no, 1, 4, and this is transient. Okay. Okay, on the hydraulic conductivity, give me a sec. Because this is 5, 10 to the minus 5. So the, oops, 5, 10 to the minus 5. And this is 1, 10 to the minus 5. And this is convertible, and this one is convertible as well. This is 1, 10 to the minus 6. And this is 0.15. The initial condition, I mean, for the steady state, as that everything is saturated, so is the model top and updated. Okay, great. So so here what we are going to simulate is, I mean, on the first stress period there is a minor pumping, while in the second stress period the pumping is much heavier. Okay, so and this is the elevation depth that by default it gives you a range of the possible layers where of the possible elevation of the wells. I mean, based on this is the model top at the well, and this is the bottom of the bottom of the deepest layer. Okay, and this is just to show you, uh, because in any case you can give a well depth elevation that is different from these two values. Okay, you can give that, and it will prompt you an error, because actually if you cannot give to the model a well elevation that is outside, I mean, that is lower than the bottom or higher than the top. Okay. And this is minus 20 as well. And this is minus 20. Minus 20. Ah, okay. And then we give for the now there are 7 wells that are starting from 0 that are working on the, and this is minus 20, and this is minus 0.0605. Okay, great. So all wells are pumping a minimum rate on the steady state, and the rate is increased, and this is just 2 liters per second. Okay, and then we increase that to 50 liters per second on the second stress period. Okay, great. So we have defined the wells. What else we need to? We have the rivers. The depth it will be this is the distance of the river stage to the model bottom. Let's see that is 1, and the conductivity is 0.0001, 0.001. Okay, and then we have the general head, and the head here is 0, and the conductance is 0.01. Upload. Okay, so we have to give some recharge because there is a recharge by irrigation. Okay, and for that we can give here on shapefile a recharge, and then we are going to give a very few recharge, so it's 110 to the minus 9 meters per second, and then they will be increased on the second stress period. Okay. Actually, we can give as well the evapotranspiration. Yeah, but the results were kind of poor with evapotranspiration, and I want to check it out. So with recharge, we have consistent. We know that there is evapotranspiration, but actually I'm not quite sure how to implement it, or maybe I haven't tested that. Okay, so we have recharge, we have evapotranspiration, we have rivers, general conditions, the general head, and the wells. So we can run the model. We can download the model as well, but we can run it. Mhm. Okay, there is a one convergence. Okay, let's see. There is one stage. Yeah, well, the percent discrepancy is really low. Okay, it's really low, really, really low. Okay, but there are some discrepancies. Well, I mean, you can download the project and open the LST file and see what is going on. Uh, but let's see that we have the main is the river and the recharge are the main inputs. And, and the and on the steady state, the seawater is actually not giving water to the system, but it's only on the pumping is giving water to the system. Um, at the beginning it was raining, okay, so the river is taking water out of the system, and the well is taking some water, okay. The boundary condition that it takes more water out of the system on the steady state is the river, and on transient is the well pumping, okay. And that is why because you have pumping of the well, that is why the general head boundary is actually, I mean, the sea is giving water to the system. Okay, so here we have the discrepancies really low, but there is some discrepancies. So we can provide you a cross section. This is on the first state. Okay, so since we haven't provide the evapotranspiration, there are some ponds that are creating here that actually cannot be represented. Okay, and the pumping rate actually give decreases match the surface, but the development of the water table and the wet and dry condition of the cells are well represented. Mhm. So, and then here we can see the heads of layer 1 with the grid. Okay, so we see here the grid. Okay, we see that here the river is giving water to the system, while here the water is going out to the general head boundary and also to the river. Mhm. And while here in the second one, mhm, okay, the first layer, I mean, when you don't see any surface, any contour, is because this is dry. So on the second layer, it's also dry, and only in the third layer you will have some heads, okay, because the pumping is so intensive that it's actually because this is pumping over 20 years. Okay, so we have here as well the water table, and then the as a color grid and as a water table. We see the water table here, and for the end of the second stress period with the increased pumping. Okay, so this is a great example of what we are going to do on the next tutorial. That is how we are going to implement seawater intrusion. We are going to model the seawater intrusion with the by package from Modflow 6. And for that we are going to download the model, and then we are going to run some scripts, and then you are going to see how it goes. Some other things, so please be we are going to post the other tutorial as well on our social networks, and we hope that you can follow us, you can subscribe, you can share with your friends. It was a pleasure to give you this tutorial, and see you in coming tutorials. Have a great day. Bye bye. Bye.